Hello guys, welcome back to a new episode 3 of Shut It Down Sports Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about, we're going to be reviewing the NFL and college game day games, and then we're also going to be, going over this week's games. Hope y'all enjoy.
Making picks.
Wish I was on a rocket top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on rocket top, ain't no telephone bills. Oh, rocket top, you'll always be home sweet home to me, girl.
Alrighty, folks, welcome in. Episode 3, Shut It Down Sports Podcast. Me and Tatum. Good week. NFL's back. So now we've got college and NFL to talk about. So just a lot of interesting things we'll get to. Tatum, go ahead. I know there's some wackos out there. I shouldn't say wackos. I should say sickos out there that are waiting to listen to this podcast because they want to know my reaction. I've already talked to you. You know who you are. I'm not going to call you out by name. They want to know what I have to say about this game right here. Tatum, I'll let you start because... What's that state say?
Kentucky versus Ole Miss. My dad's always wanted to beat Ole Miss, but never really has. I mean, a few years ago they did.
Last year, actually. Upset. Huge upset. Go ahead.
They'll probably never beat them again. I mean, a little bit, but Kentucky probably never.
They play with my emotions. I'm tired.
They don't have Jackson. They don't have Jackson Dart anymore, so y'all should have beat them.
They don't have Jackson Dart anymore. I'm tired, folks. I am exhausted. Not because it's 8:30 at night, but because I'm tired of losing the same ways over and over. Kentucky wins 30-23. But you start out, you get 2 interceptions. Ty Bryant. I don't understand. Clock management issues. Defense is sound, but the defense is always good, usually under Stoops. Their quarterback really struggled early. It's his first true SEC road game. We've got the place rocking. I don't understand why every single quarterback that comes to Kentucky struggles. I don't understand why we always get an 8 of 15 stat line for 80 yards. Eventually, we got to start saying, hey, maybe it's not the quarterback. Maybe it's the philosophy. Maybe it's the play call. I don't know what it is. We'll get to the Titans because it's like watching the same team. Kentucky football and the Titans. Poor clock management. Same team. Talent, but can't get it done. Go ahead, Tatum. I'm sorry.
It might just be like what the Titans have. They have they have an awful offensive line, so that's why the QBs are always.
All right, so Kentucky's offensive line was dreadful last year. Actually is playing really well. Defense playing really well right now. Running game really well. Spent a lot of money on wide receivers and NIL. Not panning out. Quarterback play is not good. I just don't understand it. You get up 10-0. You act like you're going to make my Saturday great by beating Ole Miss. But Ole Miss is doing just Ole Miss things and playing smart, sound football and taking risk. And, yeah, Kentucky does not get the job done, loses 30-23 because of the same crap. Mm-hmm. How do you decide that you're going to kick a field? I don't know, folks. It did not ruin my Saturday. Can we agree on that? Yeah. My Saturday was... I decided, you know what? The end of the first half has been so bad under Stoops. I'm going to go take a walk with my wife. And that's what I did. So I didn't get to see him mess up the end of the first half, He was trying to run the clock out. We run it in field goal range, but there's no communication. There's no communication to get the play in. The quarterback says, "What the blank are we doing?" I don't understand. That's 3 points. That's 3 points. Oh my goodness. Tatum. I can't do this every week. I can't do it. Got Eastern Michigan this week. We'll get to it later. Again, I told you all, folks, I was concerned from the get-go. We said it. And I know there's some wackos, some sickos watching that just want to see me like this. You all are the worst. You're the worst. All right? But you know what? If you like and subscribe, maybe I'll forgive you. But Kentucky loses 30-23. No offensive identity. Yet another year. Brock Vandegrift, Devin Leary, who's on the NFL team, Brock Vandegrift, who's the backup to Carson Beck at Georgia, Zach Calzada, who's beat Alabama before. They all look like JV quarterbacks when they come to Kentucky. And then it's like, well, we got some good wide receivers in NIL. Yeah, you do. But we don't throw them the ball. I don't know why. If you were a wide receiver, why would you want to come to Kentucky? Yeah, we got some issues, folks. We got some issues. Again, I'm not going to let it ruin my Saturday. And if we go 4-8, I'll enjoy a coaching search. That's all I have on the Cats.
So also now we're gonna head over to the Florida game versus Florida Tech.
South Florida.
South Florida. That was a good game. 15-16, I think, final score.
So South Florida kicks a field goal to make it 18. It was 15-16 for a while. South Florida upsets Florida at the Swamp. Billy Napier, Florida's head coach. He probably needs to find a realtor. That job is a really good job, but it's probably over for that guy. Again, you have schools like Indiana, Notre Dame, schools that have made quick turnarounds with the transfer portal, and Florida, everybody's saying keep waiting, wait till Billy Napier gets his quarterback, wait until this, wait until that. You get 4 years with the guy, and it's just not working out. There's no excuse ever a program like Florida with the in-state talent they have to lose at home to a much smaller South Florida team who now has wins over Boise State and Florida. So they may have one of the best resumes in the country.
They're doing pretty good.
They are doing pretty good. So the gig may be up for Billy Napier in Florida, which again, going back to the Kentucky game, we don't need a bunch of good jobs opening up. We need Kentucky to be one of the premier jobs that are open up, because if one coach is deciding between Florida and Kentucky, Florida's going to pay more. They got better resources, much better job. So I would like for some of these jobs not to open up. Places like Auburn, which they're playing really well right now. Florida. So I don't know. I know I'm okay not being a Florida fan right now. Because it is not good. After when I'm Tatum's age, when I was Phoenix's age or Statboy's age, Florida was the premier program, and now they are bottom level SEC. All right. Speaking of bottom level SEC, next game, Tatum.
Mississippi State.
Mississippi State gets a big win at home versus Arizona State, former college playoff team from last year. The one saving grace that you always heard is growing up in Kentucky is we were 49th in education most years, ranked 49th, but we always beat Mississippi, right? Last year, same thing. We were probably the 15th best team in the SEC. Only team that was worse was Mississippi. That's not the case anymore. They're better than us. If this doesn't get better, then we will now be the bottom feeder of the SEC, which again, we're paying our coach the ninth highest salary in the country. Do we have the ninth best program? Do we have a top 40 program? No. All right. That's all I'm trying to go with the Kentucky game. All right. Not a ton of great games this week because they loaded up on week 1, I'm guessing. But that is all the recap we have for college football. So now we're going to transition to NFL. Before we transition to NFL, tell us about one of our sponsors, Tatum.
What should I do?
Whichever one.
On the Move. Talked about this before. Moving company. A lot of great reviews. If you don't believe us, then just go to the website. I think it's onthemove.com. Yeah, great company to go.
Yeah, get with the Watsons at On the Move. Again, they're going to take care of you. You don't believe us, go read the reviews. All right, we wouldn't lie to you. So anyway, moving on to NFL. All right, we may talk all games. We may just recap a couple of them so we can get into some picks. Tatum, go ahead with our first one. Last Thursday night.
Philadelphia versus Dallas. 24-20. Good job for the Eagles. Yeah.
So, Dak Prescott looked pretty good. Again, you had the spit. The guy, Jalen Carter spit.
Oh, yeah. Jalen Carter got fined like $75,000 for spitting on Dak. So.
Yeah, so definitely a big loss for the Eagles there. Cowboys may actually be something. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, they played much better. I think this opened at the highest spread, or tied the highest spread of week 1 with -7.5, the Eagles. That and the Titans and Broncos were, I believe, the 2 biggest spreads. And Cowboys played well to the end. You had the lightning delay, so I would love to say that I stayed up and watched it. I did not, right? So, again, I think the biggest takeaway is first-year coach Schottenheimer has got the boys playing. Again, you go on the road against former Super Bowl champs, you put up a good fight. So, not a bad showing for the Cowboys week 1. What you got next, Tatum?
Los Angeles versus Kansas. So, Chiefs, Chargers are a pretty good team. Chiefs, I've never seen really a game like. They've got beat before, yes, but by 7 points, I just think they're not that good anymore like they used to be. Yeah, they're just not that good anymore.
Yeah, so some of these folks predicted that this would be the kind of the fall off of the Chiefs. I'm still leery on that, but I think I did pick the Broncos to win the NFC West. That may or may not. Again, we're overreacting after 1 week, and you'll see that here throughout the podcast. But the Chargers were just the better team, more physical team. Justin Herbert was really good. Again, Tatum said that this may be a fall-off year for him because he's dating a supermodel now. Doesn't look like that right now, but again, you never know. It's week 1. But the Chargers are legit.
They're good. They're up there.
Mm-hmm. They can run the ball. They've got good receivers now. They've always had good ones. They've added to the depth of the receiver room. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, overreaction could be Tatum's take as far as, well, is this it for the Chiefs or the Chargers just that good? And the Chiefs are still pretty good. They just lost to a really good Chargers team. Now, again, this game was in Brazil. I don't know. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? We'll see going forward. Go ahead, Tatum.
Tampa Bay Bucks, Atlanta Falcons, 23-20. That was a pretty close game. Did I do the Bucks I did. Yeah, I picked the Bucks for their division. Yeah, I just think the Bucks they're not gonna win a Super Bowl or any of that stuff, but I think they're gonna do pretty good job this year. I mean, they're not like last year. They were pretty good, but they got Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield, I think both hurt. So yeah, great job.
Obviously, big win for the Buccaneers. My Super Bowl pick, my favorite team, Homer pick, hand up. I had them going to the Super Bowl, losing to the Bills. But they could be scary good, folks. Emeka Egbuka, he is legit 2 touchdowns as a rookie in his first game. He looked like a all-pro receiver from the jump. You've got a bunch of weapons. You had some good weapons. Now you've added to that with him. I think the Falcons are going to be right there at the end, though, with the NFC South. Really good game throughout. Bucks pull it out thanks to Emeka Egbuka, 2 touchdowns. All right, moving on.
Cincy versus Cleveland Browns, 16-17. Bengals, they're pretty good this year. He's been liking them more on.
Who?
You.
You've been liking the Bengals more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Joe Burrow. Again, I thought he should have won MVP last year. The Browns, again, such a tough division. I don't want to say that to look out for them. However, that they are going to compete in a lot of games. Joe Flacco, solid quarterback play. I think they can run the ball. They obviously can defend. If the Bengals defense can just be okay, just be serviceable, then they're going to be fine. But I thought the Browns had a good game plan. Anytime Jamar Chase only scores 1 touchdown, that's probably pretty good. Exciting game here at the end. Bengals pull out 17-16.
So we got the Colts against Miami Dolphins, 33-8. What should I say?
Well, this brings us to our one mailbag question of the day. This was more of a comment, but again, we have the Colts and fans up in Indianapolis. What do you want to say?
I want to say that he was complaining yesterday that.
Did we pick the Dolphins? Did I pick the Dolphins?
Look at it.
I don't think he has it over there.
Yes, he does.
I do think that the.
Hold on.
I probably said some bad things about Daniel Jones, and I was wrong. Hand up.
Daniel Jones, dominant. He was great. I did not think they would be like that. I just didn't think they would be that good.
Yeah, Colts look legit. And again, if you can just get, first off, Daniel Jones looked like a real dude, but he doesn't even have to be that good. But if he is that good, look out for the Colts, especially in such a weak division with the Titans, the Jaguars, and the Texans, which we'll get to later. But if he plays that good, I would think the Colts can run away with that division. We have a solid or a really good running game. Does he have the receivers to throw it to? Looked like he did. But again, if I'm wanting to be glass half empty on the Colts, the Miami Dolphins, that guy, there's going to be not only the University of Florida, Miami Dolphins job will be open as well. I told you all. We said it. We like the Mike Vrabels of the world, the Dan Lannings at Oregon, the guys that make you want to run through brick walls. Looking at Mike McDaniel, is there anything that he does or say that if I'm a 6'4" NFL player, I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to play for this guy. No, thank you. Right? So he's done. I think the players are over him. They don't play hard. They're still super talented, but they're not. Again, the Colts were just so much more physical, quicker to the ball. This was a beatdown from the moment they said go. Colts 33, Dolphins 8. Going to be a long year for the Miami Dolphins.
All right. Raiders versus Patriots. Raiders won 20-13. Mike Vrabel did a pretty good job coaching that team. First game for him.
Yep.
For the Patriots. Wait, no. He coached before, right?
That was first time as the Patriots head coach.
Yeah.
So Geno Smith and Pete Carroll turns out to be a pretty good combination. The Patriots, again, we like Vrabel a lot, former Tennessee Titans head coach, but they just don't have a roster that's going to win many games. I think there'll be a lot of games like this one in week 1 that they're in. But just, again, Drake May's fine. Offense, not a ton of weapons. Defense, not a ton of playmakers, I don't think. So I'm a little concerned if I'm a Patriots fan. But if you're a Raiders fan, I don't know. Pete Carroll's done this before. Geno Smith looked pretty good.
Geno Smith did.
So we'll go.
Great.
I'm gonna move on to the. Tatum, you can add whatever you want to here, but this one we're going to try and skip through because it was the most boring game of two pretty bad football teams this week. Arizona Cardinals 20, New Orleans Saints 13. What were you wearing, New Orleans Saints? Those uniforms were awful. Kyler Murray made just enough plays enough to win. Saints tried to come back. I mean, their quarterback, they're bad.
A good team.
They're bad. Yeah,
They
it'll
all
be
come together.
so it'll be interesting week 18 when I'm just going to go ahead and say that the Saints and the Dolphins will be battling it out for who gets the number one pick. We'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and make that prediction right now. But yeah, Cardinals win 20-13 at New Orleans. All right, moving on to one of the more exciting games this week. We have
Pittsburgh versus the Jets. What's his name? Aaron Rodgers.
Thank you, stat boy.
He did great for the Steelers. 34-32. And then who else got traded? Oh, I forgot the trades.
Justin Fields.
Justin
so basically
Fields.
just a swap.
Yeah, just a swap, and then we got Justin Fields on the Jets. Al Lazard, Devontae Adams got traded, right?
He's with the Rams now.
Yeah, I didn't think I saw him in the game. Yeah.
So really fun game to watch here at the end. I told you all the Jets, look out for them. Again, in that division, Dolphins aren't very good. Patriots aren't very good. The Bills are going to win it by a landslide. But I don't mind Justin Fields. I thought he made plays. I thought the defense let him down a little bit. I thought, again, his problems in Chicago that's more about Chicago. I thought he was good with the Steelers last year. Aaron Rodgers, man, he can't.
Devoted to his team. He was great. He was amazing in that game.
Really surprised with the Steelers' defense. Again, Minkah Fitzpatrick has now been traded to the Dolphins, so they lose probably their best linebacker there. However, I was surprised for them to give up 32 points, and Boswell kicks a 60-yarder to beat the Jets at New York, but still really good game. Turns out Aaron Rodgers can't move. He was never a mobile quarterback. Can't move like he used to, but can still sling the ball. So that'll be, again, another interesting division with the Ravens and the Browns and the Bengals and the Steelers. Moving on,
we got Washington versus the Giants. 21-6. Giants, they're just not a good team. They're just not a good team. I think second worst last year. No.
Yes. Second worst. Because
Jags got the second pick.
They were supposed to get the first pick, but then they ended up winning that game.
Oh.
Anyway.
Heck of a job for Jaden Daniels, and then their defense dominant. They did great. And then the Giants just.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Malik Neighbors because I really like him, like a lot of LSU wide receivers. I think he could have a lot of success in this league. However, Russell Wilson, I don't know, you got three quarterbacks on the roster. Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, who can at least give you entertainment, can at least be fun for you, can at least maybe throws 30 touchdowns, but also throws 30 interceptions. Yes, that way.
Jackson.
And you have a rookie quarterback. Now, I do think by week 6, Week 6, Jackson Dart will be playing. It just wasn't working. Nothing was clicking for the Giants. I don't know. I don't put them in the bottom of the barrel with the Dolphins and the Saints. However, they're right above it. I do think they have a good defense, defensive line. They have a good pass rush. Jaden Daniels looked pretty good, but wasn't. Hopefully, it's not going to hit the sophomore slump. What we got next, Tatum?
Denver versus Tennessee, 20-12. Cam Ward, I think he threw both touchdowns, right?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
Yeah, he threw both touchdowns.
No, those were field goals.
All of them?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of his play? He was okay. I thought it was pretty good. But I'll go back to what I've said about the Titans.
It's not that.
Offensive line struggled.
They've never been good. That's what.
Calvin Ridley doesn't get any separation. Coaching, we've got a real issue, right? You've got a rookie quarterback. Just run the ball out. I think what's the score? 6-3. 6-3 at the end of the first half. Cam Ward drops back, nearly gets a safety. Just not good. Callahan could, it's, there's something at the end of the game. He don't even know the rules.
Callahan
It was a lot like watching Kentucky football. I know I said I wouldn't bring that up anymore. I lied. Sorry. All right, but the Titans, very frustrating because their defensive line, Jeffrey Simmons, he's up there with one of the best pass rushers.
Good, yeah. Next game we got Green Bay Packers versus the Lions, 21-13. 27-13. What did I say?
21.
Packers defense did great. That's really all I got to say. That's really all I got.
And I apologize. Go ahead, just that way.
Micah Parsons did great.
He did great. Didn't even play a full game. He was phenomenal. I'm not saying I regret my Super Bowl pick out of the NFC with the Buccaneers, but the Packers are a real threat. They are legit. They have all the weapons on offense. They have Micah Parsons. They are scary good. I mean, the Lions look like a team that lost 2 coordinators. So again, can Dan Campbell right the ship? Again, going back to the Jets, respect Aaron Glenn a ton and sort of the toughness that he brought to the Lions. They did not have it, but at the same time, the Packers were really good, but you beat a Lions team that went 14-2 last year, and it really wasn't even that close. Packers are scary good. I'm not saying I regret my Bucs pick, but I may be regretting my Bucs pick. All right, a couple more NFL games. We're going to fly through the Rams and the Texans because it was kind of boring. Sean McVay, really good record against D'Amico Ryan, head coach. But again, Texans never got anything offensively going. Folks were worried about C.J. Stroud.
Defense did great for the Rams. A lot of good offense and defense. Linemen, I know I keep on saying it, but a lot of them did good because, it's a hard job. It's a hard job for offensive, defensive linemen. So, yeah.
So Rams win 14-9. Not the most exciting game, but again, if I'm a Texans fan like Statboy, C.J. Stroud needs to get back to rookie form, not like last year, because we could be headed for another slump. All right, the most exciting game we'll see all year. So it's kind of
Buffalo
unfortunate.
Bills
It was week 1.
Versus the Baltimore Ravens, 41-40. Yeah, a thriller. Bills pulled a lot of late comeback wins. So yeah, I mean, just great.
Again, I hate, as a basketball coach, I've done a lot of things wrong, so I hate just coming on here and bashing coaches when it's what I feel like I'm doing today. John Harbaugh has a chance to go for it 4th and 2, about his own 48, 47. He chooses not to. So he punts. Josh Allen and the Bills had it rolling. So they go down and score after being down 40-25. And yeah, Josh Allen had 251 yards in the 4th quarter alone. So if we're doing MVP voting after week 1, he made a really good case for it after week 1. Completely crazy game. Again, another one I did not stay up for. I would love to tell y'all that I did, but maybe took the Bills and was a little upset that I was going to lose that one. But it turns out I didn't. So, clock's got to hit 0.
The Minnesota Vikings versus Chicago Bears.
So this was Monday night. What was the final? The final was 27-24 Vikings. Caleb Williams, first drive. Ben Johnson, new head coach, looked like this thing is going to work. This thing is going to work. You can tell everything was scripted. Everything was crisp. Everything was rolling for the Bears. Nothing was going well for the Vikings. J.J. McCarthy looked like a struggling quarterback. Had the pick 6, and then Williams never looked good after that first drive. Missed a ton of throws. Aikman was talking about on the broadcast. Vikings, they flipped the switch in the second half. Kevin O'Connell, quarterback whisperer, just does great stuff with quarterbacks. And, yeah, impressive win for the Vikings, 27-24 on Monday Night Football. If I'm a Bears fan, especially in that division, you lost against what's supposed to be one of the worst teams at home. You've got Green Bay. You've got the Lions. Whew. I'm concerned about Caleb Williams and the Bears.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now we are going to be headed into. Never mind.
No, you're good. You call it.
We're going to be headed into our some of our best college game day games for this week. So first we have South Florida at Miami. Who's favored?
So anytime it says -17.5, that means Miami. Okay.
So South Florida, Miami is favored by 17.5. Both really good teams. Just Carson Beck did great. South Florida also really good. I feel like they shouldn't be favored by that much. I feel like it'll be a pretty close game. If South Florida does lose, it'll only be by a touchdown or anything. It won't be too big. So yeah. And then you got anything to say about that?
Yeah, I think Carson Beck. This is a big game for Miami. Obviously, not exactly the traditional Florida sports rivalry with Florida State, Florida Miami, Florida State. However, South Florida has 2 really good wins. I've got Miami as well. Same thing Tatum said. I don't see them covering the 17.5 points.
Yeah, I agree with what you say. Texas A&M versus Notre Dame. Notre Dame favored by 6.5. Texas A&M. I haven't really watched them play, but I just know Notre Dame's pretty good. So I do go with. I'm gonna go Notre Dame wins. So yeah.
I've got Notre Dame as well. Texas A&M to
They
me
just haven't really.
little bit under the radar.
They're just not.
I really like the freshman quarterback with Notre Dame. I don't know. This was a heck of a game last year with Texas A&M and Notre Dame, so I expect it to be close again. Don't know if Notre Dame covers. Don't know if I would pick that, but I would go. I am going Notre Dame as well.
Next game, Vandy versus South Carolina. South Carolina favored by 4. So South Carolina, pretty good football team. I don't think you like the coach. South Carolina is pretty good. Vandy, they were coming back last year in basketball and football. Was that just they had a lot of home advantage, or was that they're coming back? They're coming back to try and win something. I don't know, but it is at South Carolina, so I'm still gonna go South Carolina. I just feel like South Carolina is good, but favored by 4.5. I just feel like that they should win. They should win by more. I think they're gonna at least win by at least a touchdown.
All right, so Vanderbilt's tricky because at Virginia Tech, they weren't very good in the first half, and they looked like very legit in the second half. So what Vanderbilt team comes to play? I don't think Virginia Tech's very good. However, it was a beatdown in the second half, beating them 44-20. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take South Carolina as well. I do think they cover the 4 points. However, if there was someone that I was cheering for, it would be Vanderbilt for reasons we've already said on this podcast. And, I do like Clark Lee, and, you want Stat Boy to be happy. Can't lose Stat Boy. He's a valuable part of what we do here.
Next game, game. Florida versus LSU. LSU is favored by 7.5. As you could see, the South Florida versus Florida game. Florida, they're still good. I'm gonna go with LSU. LSU, just Death Valley. Whenever they played Clemson, man, they just looked unstoppable. They looked unreal. And I haven't really ever seen them really like that. They look great. So I'm gonna go LSU. Florida just don't look too good for this year.
Yeah, LSU's national championship good. I'm really surprised the spread's only 7.5. Maybe it's an overreaction by me. I would take that. LSU is going to win by, I would say, at least 14, 2 touchdowns is my pick. So LSU will roll here. And then finally, we have the biggest game of the weekend, Taylor.
Georgia versus Tennessee. Georgia is favored by 3.5. This is going to be a pretty close game. Georgia looking pretty good this year. Lost Carson Beck. Lost a lot of their good seniors, I think. Favored by 3.5 ain't too bad. I think it'll be a pretty close game. Tennessee looking great, but just like I said, not like national championship. So I think they're gonna do pretty good. Both of them are gonna do pretty good. That's gonna be a pretty close one.
So who you picking?
Tennessee.
Taking Tennessee to win. I keep hearing this is the year that Tennessee, best chance they have to get Georgia. While I agree with that, still got to get over the hump. I'm going to take Georgia to win off a field goal. Close game, low-scoring game. Again, in the past, this game's not gone well for Tennessee and kind of gotten
I don't think they have their kicker anymore, too.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Their kicker was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
so
good.
I will take Georgia to win the game of our week, to beat Tennessee in a close one. Moving on, now we will go
we're going to go over our NFL games on this week. So
here you go, Stat Boy. All right, Stat Boy's going to write down our picks. You got a pen?
So first we have. First we have Commanders versus Packers. That's gonna be on Thursday tomorrow.
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 NFL football's back tomorrow.
Packers favored by 3.5. I think I'm gonna go Commanders for this one. Yeah, just because Commanders did great in their last game, pretty dominant. Then Packers, they're still pretty good there, just not as good. And Jaden Daniels just having a good season already, first game, so yeah.
I'm going to go Packers to cover the spread. However, we got to know how healthy Micah Parsons is, how much football is he going to play. If he plays the whole game and he's 100%, I like the Packers a lot here.
Yeah.
But Jaden Daniels, again, this is going up against good defense. It's Thursday night. It's on the road. I trust LaFleur, Packers head coach, to come up with a good game plan on a short week. So, again, he's got the offense rolling. Jordan Love is playing at a really high level early on. So I'm going to take the Packers to beat the Commanders.
Yep. Next game we have.
I'm going to say that
Right.
last or no? Just keep on going.
Next game we have is Jaguars versus Bengals. Bengals favored by 3.5. I'm gonna go Bengals just because Joe Burrow, great. But Rams, I never thought about this. I'm just kind of fast. Rams doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm still gonna go Bengals just because. Yeah, Joe Burrow.
Jaguars, Bengals, yeah.
Oh yeah.
We
Never
skipped
mind.
one. It's all good.
I mean, the Jaguars didn't do too good, did they?
They were okay, but they played the Panthers. That's one game we skipped over. Jaguars beat the Panthers 26-10. Bryce Young did not look good. Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne did look good. Yeah.
So yeah. Since they played the Jaguars, I was reading it wrong. I don't know why it's favored 3.5.
Bengals are favored 3.5.
Yeah, I know. Only
Tatum likes the Bengals a lot here. Says the spread's too small. Take the Bengals minus
small.
3.5. I'm going to go Bengals as well. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. We'll see what Travis Hunter can do against those guys. Rookie cornerback going up against them. So give me the Bengals at home
Next
to beat
game
the Jaguars.
we got Browns versus Ravens. Ravens favored by 12.5. Still feel like that spread should go a little bit higher. I'm going Ravens. Just because Browns, they're good too, but they're just not good. They're just not good enough for the Ravens. Ravens did great last year. And them just playing the Bills, losing by 1. Can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, and again, it's early, but you never want to play an upset, a mad, ticked-off football team, which I think the Ravens are after giving up that 15-point lead late against the Bills. So I take the Ravens to roll here, probably right around what the spread is at 12.5. Moving on.
Bills versus Jets. Bills favored by 6.5. It's kind of close.
Ravens.
Because the Jets are looking pretty good, but since it's early in the season, I think I'm gonna go Bills just because what they played on Sunday. So I think they're gonna do pretty good too.
Yeah, I got the Bills as well here. Again, I like the Jets this year. I like Justin Fields to, I'm not saying make the playoffs, but to make some noise to be in playoff contention. However, The Bills, too much firepower, so I will take
Ravens.
the Bills as well.
I meant
Bills on both of those that way.
This one, what I'm reading, Patriots versus Dolphins. Dolphins are favored by 1.5. I don't know. Patriots didn't do good, but they're just better than Miami. What we said earlier. Everybody on the Dolphins gave up on their coach. I mean, you can't. You just. Mike Vrabel, really good coach. So yeah, I'm gonna go Patriots.
Go ahead.
Dolphins just not the best team.
No, I'm gonna go Patriots to cover to beat the Dolphins as well. Based on what Tatum just said, this comes down to coaching. Give me Mike Vrabel 100 times out of 100, especially against a depleted Dolphins team. Yeah, they have more talent than the Patriots. They should win this game, but I just don't trust what's going on in Miami right now. So, Stat Boy, we both have the Patriots.
We got another page after this, right?
Yeah, all these.
All right, I gotta do something. Next one we got 49ers versus Saints. So, I don't think we talked about the 49ers. I don't know if they played or we just skipped.
They played the Saints.
They do play the Saints.
No,
Did we talk about them? No, we didn't.
Oh, yeah, we should have skipped them. Yeah, we said we wouldn't get to all of them. That was a boring game. Beat Seahawks 17-13.
But 49ers, they're good. They're just not as good as they used to be 2 or 3 years ago whenever they went to the championship with the Chiefs. But they're playing the Saints. 49ers favored by 5.5. Still think that should go way up. Just Saints still just not a good team.
Not a good team. I got the 49ers to cover here.
I got the 49ers Phoenix.
49ers to cover here, big time, 5.5 point spread. At the end of the day, they still have stars. They still have George Kittle, scored a touchdown last week. They still have Christian McCaffrey coming off injury, Brock Purdy, and so give me the 49ers going forward.
Next game we have before a little sponsor break, we have Cowboys versus Giants. I'm going to go Cowboys. Cowboys are favored by 5.5. Cowboys, I think they're going to do better. We got Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, somebody else, can't remember. But yeah, I think I'm going to go Cowboys. Just Giants ain't that good. Probably still the worst team in the league rather than the Titans, maybe. So yeah, I'm going to go Phoenix. That way, Cowboys.
Cowboys for me as well. Yeah, I think they're better. I could be, biased because I watched the documentary and George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, really good combo. Don't know how good the defense is yet for the Cowboys. However, against the Giants, I don't know if you need a good defense because they're not very good anyway. All right, now, will we see Jackson Dart in this game? Will we see other quarterbacks play? Because you got 3 maybe options. We'll see, but give me Cowboys to cover the spread. All right.
Sponsor break here. So we got 313 Lawn and Landscaping. Good business if you actually want it. Their number's right here. Great business. They're pretty good. It's one of my neighbors. Great job. I mean, they haven't really messed up anything. It's not just like lawn mowing. It's redoing mulch, plants, replanting. Really, cutting trees down, really anything for that business. Just a great business.
Yeah, 313,
I'm gonna try it
very
out.
reasonable prices as well. And if you don't believe us, go read the reviews, but also go follow them on Instagram. Look and see some of the miracles, transformation pics that they have done. All right, back to this. Bears at Lions.
Lions favored by 4.5. Lions, we got Jared Goff, Amar St. Brown. They didn't do too good last week on Sunday. But we also got Bears, Caleb Williams. I'm gonna go Lions, just because I like Jared Goff a lot, and also Amar St. Brown. So I'm gonna go Lions. What do you got?
I've got the Lions as well. 4.5 point spread. I'll take the Lions to cover. Probably pretty heavy. I don't know if they're fully healthy on defense yet, but again, the Bears. I just don't know with Caleb Williams and what they're doing. Interesting storyline. You got the Lions' former offensive coordinator going up against that team again. So how does that play into it? What's the coaching like? What's the game plan? Especially you kind of know what everybody's doing.
Next
game should be
we
good.
Got Steelers versus Seahawks. Steelers are favored by 2.5. That should at least be like 7.5. I named them earlier. Justin Fields.
For who?
Steelers.
Aaron Rodgers.
They lost Justin Fields.
Oh yeah. Aaron Rodgers, great, dominant. So, I got it mixed up. And then Seahawks don't look too good. They never really were that good. And then especially whenever they lost Geno Smith, they've just fallen off, So
Yeah,
I got Steelers.
We were wondering how good Seahawks would be, Sam Darnold would be away from Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota. Week 1 wasn't a great showing, but it's still early. But I will have the Steelers to roll here. They easily cover the 2.5 point spread.
Next game we have what?
Steelers, both of them.
Steelers. Next game we have Broncos versus Colts. Broncos at Colts. Broncos are favored by 2.5. Just heck of a job for the Colts. Again, we underestimated them. So I've got Colts. Just Colts did amazing. Broncos pretty good still. Just how they played last week. I don't know if it was just the team they played or what, but they were dominant.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by this spread based only off week 1. Now, if you'd have shown me this spread 2 weeks ago, I'd have been like, yeah, this makes sense. But Broncos defense, legit. This will be all about Daniel Jones. Again, how much was it Dolphins are really bad or are the Colts legit? I'm going to go
I'm going to go, it's both.
All right.
A little bit of both.
So Tatum's got the Colts. Just to be different, Stat Boy, I'm going to take the Broncos to barely win. Stick with Vegas here, probably by like 3 points or less to win at Indianapolis. Mm-hmm.
Well, and you got the home advantage, so I will go.
Yeah.
Still go the Colts. Next game we are heading to Cardinals at Panthers. Cardinals are favored by 6.5. Panthers, not that good. Still, they're kind of like the Saints, but not as bad. And then you got the Cardinals.
Just two bad football teams. The game that
QB's pretty good, pretty good, talented.
Yeah, Bryce Young.
Wasn't he a rookie last year?
Yes,
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray, yeah.
He was dominant last year.
I think Bryce Young's in his third year. He came on late last year, but week 1 against the Jaguars was not very good. He was. Two bad football teams. I don't know what to pick here. Cardinals are favored by 6.5.
Phoenix. Stat boy. I'm going to go Cardinals.
All right, we're gonna have to hurry this up because we're right under an hour. All right, so I will take. Who'd you take?
Cardinals.
I'm gonna take Panthers to be different, but I don't feel great about it.
All right,
but just going off home field advantage.
All right, next game we got Eagles versus Chiefs.
Woo!
Eagles at Chiefs. Eagles are favored by 1.5. I still don't know that spread. I'm gonna go. See, going back to what we talked about earlier, I just don't know if it's the year for the Chiefs that they're just gonna fall off, or it was just how they played. So how they played last week, I think I'm gonna go Eagles. Yeah, I'm gonna go Eagles just because one Super Bowl against them. Chiefs, I think, are just gonna fall off this year. So Eagles for me.
Yeah, I don't know about the Chiefs falling off. However, I do think it's going to be maybe panic time because I got the Chiefs going 0-2 here. I've got the Eagles winning on the road against the Chiefs in a close game.
Next game we got Buccaneers versus Texans. Texans favored by 2.5. Let me see who Texans played last.
Texans lost to the Rams 14-9.
Yeah, so CJ Stroud did pretty good. I think they're just I don't know. I think the Buccaneers are a better team than the Rams. So I'm gonna go Buccaneers. Back to what my dad's saying. They're not gonna go to like Super Bowl, but you thought they were. But I think they're gonna at least go second round playoffs at least.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got
Vegas has proved me wrong many a times, but I'm surprised at this spread. I've got the Buccaneers to win by a touchdown or more. Texans favored by 2.5. I don't see it. Again, I'm a homer, but I've got the Buccaneers to win at Houston Monday night.
And the last game we have, Chargers.
Got the Titans as well. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Chargers at Raiders. Chargers favored by 3.5. I think I'm gonna go Chargers just because they're sneaking around too. I think they're gonna have a good season, at least going into at least a playoff round, at least make it pretty far in the playoffs. So yeah, I got Chargers.
I got the Chargers as well, but watch out for Pete Carroll and the Raiders. Last game, we saved it for last. For the one that's going to make us the most frustrated, Rams at Titans. Rams are favored by 6.5.
So Titans, they can play. If it's just a tight game, they'll play hard. So if it was actually like they're down by 6.5. I think they can really try and come back. So I think I'm gonna go Titans. But Rams, pretty good team still. Just Titans, just because home advantage. I think too.
I think it was the Patriots and Dolphins that we talked about with coaching discrepancy. I've got Sean McVay out coaching Callahan by 1 million in this one, so I'm gonna go Rams.
Yeah, our coach isn't that good.
Maybe he's getting better. I don't know, but last week was not good.
Folks,
What's that game?
That is at Tennessee.
No, like on the paper.
Which one of the first ones? We skipped it for last. Folks, that is all we got. Tatum, take us out.
Thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all want, please like, subscribe,
Follow
all that
Instagram.
stuff. Our new Instagram account. We just got some new merch. We might be selling, maybe. Just thank y'all. Hope y'all have a good one.
Also, we turned the comments on, but they're still not working. So now we're going to turn them off to see if they can come on so you all can talk to us. See y'all later. Don't worry about that. Just press stop. We might have to come up with our own music to fade out.
Thank you.
Love you, bye.
Bye.